So Grim and I made this kind of pact a few weeks ago that we were going to go to a different coffee spot in town every Saturday and try different coffee. We've done that, what, once in the last month, 2 months, whatever? So, but it was nice to get back to it this morning. We went to Danny Maid's, which is a food co-op in South Bend, which is like 5 different restaurants all crammed into one, and they have this really cool like mobile ordering system, so you don't actually have to talk to anybody if you don't want to. Got a chai. The chai was like a 10 out of 10, I think. I would give it's a good chai. It was a really good chai. I got these really cool potato things. It's like they were all pushed together in a cube, so that was cool. And then I got a pastry, and Grim got dumplings because Grim had to get dumplings for breakfast.
It was dumplings or ramen.
It was dumplings or ramen. Fair enough. So going out this morning and walking around town and doing whatever it is that we do, I can't help but notice there is art everywhere. Literally, you drive through downtown South Bend and it's just like art, art, art here, art there, art everywhere. Oh look, art, another piece of art. Art is so super subjective. There's sketching and painting and murals and all of that stuff. And then you've got things like sculptures and photography and filmmaking. Oh, you know, I'm just saying, haha. And it really got me thinking about the headspace that you need to be in to create different things. Because you look at art and artists, and they all kind of see things differently. Like a painter can look at an image in their brain, and they can put it to life in all kinds of like majestic, glorious ways of painting. But I couldn't do that. Meanwhile, photography and film stuff, I can conceptualize everything that I want to do and just do it. And it's so simple to me and so complex to other people. So today I kind of want to just talk to some artist friends of mine and find out what makes them tick, I guess. What goes through the heads of the various artsy people that I know in my life. But first, I'm in desperate need of a haircut, so let's stop by Denolf's and get that taken care of. And now, I'm ready to face the rest of my day. So yeah, let's go talk about art with Miss Meg. I swear in Indiana, the weather changes about once every like 2.5 seconds. Especially in the fall and winter months, and really the spring and summer anymore. It's a complete mess, just constantly with the stupid Midwestern permacloud every which way. So Miss Meg runs a little shop called Treasureology. I feel like it's kind of turned into this amazing hub for local creatives, whether you are just looking to support local artists or you're just looking to have fun, because there are infinite classes available at Treasureology.
Look at this. Look at this. There were 12 of these on here on Friday afternoon. Like everybody needs a mood ring.
Everyone needs a mood ring, Meg.
Isn't that funny?
I think it is. What is your relationship with art, kind of? Who are you? Who are you? What is your relationship with art?
Who art you?
Who art you?
For me, when I think of true artists, I wouldn't consider myself to be in that realm. But I like to think I facilitate art a little bit. I like to get people thinking about it. I like to get people started on maybe a little hobby. Mm-hmm. Because having been around art my whole life, it's one of those things you can always turn to calm down, mm-hmm. to take your mind off of things. You can open up yourself spiritually. There are so many things that art can do, mm-hmm. that other things in this world cannot. I was not born with any sort of classic art talent, and I haven't cultivated any artistic abilities, but I love art, and I grew up with art, and I have surrounded myself with it, mm-hmm. and people who do it. My mom's best friend was an artist. She's a very well-known local artist named Nancy Drew, the real Nancy Drew.
All right.
So she had an art gallery not too far from our house, and she would hire me to come and clean and do things and then help with her art classes. And she did art classes, mostly for kiddos. And so I was surrounded with her kind of art, which is eclectic stuff. Her influence on me has been huge in what I'm doing here. And I've been teaching people to do artsy things. My official first class was when we lived in Louisville, and I worked at an art gallery. Mm-hmm. We did everything from like paper marbling to raku pottery to beadwork, and my first one was I did a bead class. We made little chokers out of seed beads. That's how long ago it was. Like everybody wanted to wear the chokers.
It was the choker era.
It was the choker era. Yeah.
So this place here, Treasureology,
yes.
Is your establishment where you do a lot of educational stuff for the community. You also help a lot. You support a lot of local vendors by giving them a space to vend.
To vend, yes. You have to vend when you're a maker.
You have to vend when you're a maker, yes.
Yeah.
What was kind of the thought process into starting Treasureology?
Well, it was completely self-serving.
Okay.
I was, so I had a little shop in Niles years ago when we first moved back to the area. And it was just me selling my jewelry, period. That was it. And it was wonderful until 2008 when, everything crashed. Once my kiddos were in school, I started creating jewelry again, and then instead of opening up another brick and mortar, I was going to all the shows. And it's a freaking grind, man. I loved it, but it was hard, and it was iffy with the weather. And so after about 3 years of that, I said to Steve, I said, we gotta find a spot. We gotta find a spot. I have to set down some roots. I feel like I'm a serial entrepreneur, like my parents. I grew up with people who were always inventing things and creating businesses out of that, and so
can't stop, won't stop.
Can't stop, won't stop. That's right. I snapped it up, and there were no classes. It was just me, not having to move my stuff around every day, all day long, taking it out and trying to sell it. So it was just basically the concept was a little showroom for the jewelry, and then, as naturally happens, people kept asking me, would you teach me? Like, can we, I love what you do. Let's learn together. And so I put classes on the schedule, and it naturally evolved. It was a lot, but I knew then if you come up with a concept that is a little unusual with the art, people will come. There are art projects that are intimidating. Like if you tell somebody, oh, well, let's do a watercolor course, and I'll teach you how the whole concept of how to create a perfect watercolor painting from beginning to end. People are like, oh God, I don't know. But if you say to them, hey, I got this like glue stuff that turns into plastic. Let's make a little collage. We'll put it in a pendant. We'll make something amazing out of it. It can be a bookmark or a keychain or a necklace or whatever. You want to check it out with me?
You use that whimsy instead of
the
seriousness.
That's right. It takes 45 minutes. And that's the other thing. Like people have no time. They have no time. But if you tell them, like, pop in 20 to 40 minutes, you're going to have something that you've created. They get excited and they will come and try it. And so after that initial resin thing, I was like, oh shit, now I have to expand, because it was also a good money maker, but people got fired up, man. They were really excited.
Art took the town by storm?
Art took the town by storm, that's right. We all have something in us, artsy. People tell me they don't. They tell me every time I have a class, oh, I'm not artistic. I don't know if I can do this. And they are the ones who really bring it. They've been told they're not artistic. You're more of a math person. You're very type A. Like you're not a creator. Yep. But they are, and everybody is.
So I guess the last question I want to ask is, what inspires you the most? If you had to pick like one thing that inspires you the most to create or to inspire others to create, what would that be?
I'm a maximalist, right? I collect things. And to me, I've always said with my jewelry designs, because that still is my bread and butter. I am a jewelry designer. I create jewelry. I sell it all over the place. And that's my art. That's what I am most proud of putting out into the world. I love the things that I create out of the old vintage jewelry and the resin and the steampunk stuff. So I've always said, the messier my desk, the more inspired I get. And something will land next to something else, and this comes with the ADHD too. The way I work is different, and it helps me create.
Mm-hmm.
I know that. And so it's chaos. Chaos and I have a relationship, and I am inspired by intense visual stimulation.
Mm.
So again, this desk, if I were creating here, would be completely strewn with stuff, physical objects, more than even the sunset or a beautiful walk in nature. I would like to say that. I would like to say, oh, I'm inspired by nature and the babbling brook. No, it's old stuff.
Yeah.
And the more vintagey and broken, the better. If I see a busted up old bag of jewelry, just like I can see through the misty old bag of, you know, Ziploc plastic, these little sparkling things, and my heart palpitates. Like I get excited. It's a dopamine hit for me, and I just have to open it up and dump it out and sort through. And my favorite thing is to clean old jewelry. That to me is part of, you talked about the Zen, that's the ritual part of it for me.
The cleaning.
Yeah, I find this old stuff, I give it a bubble bath, I do a little anti-tarnish, I polish it, I replace the stones, I take off the pin backs and make it into a pendant and put it out there. And it's just, that whole process is, I would rather do nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing else. I mean, sorry family, like maybe hang out with them, but they're pretty awesome.
They know where you stand.
But for a personal thing, like just me, that's what I want to be doing all the time. I'm inspired by old stuff. Treasureology.
There you go.
Yeah, exactly.
It was really great getting to talk with Meg and learn about her artistic journey, but also discuss kind of not what makes an artist, so to speak, but that we all have art in us. It doesn't have to be a pen to paper or a brush to a canvas to be art. It can be, hey, here's some foam art on a chai, or let me give you a haircut. We all have artistic ability in us. It's just finding the right outlet to project it and doing it because you love it. Really, it is just finding your passion and finding what inspires you to create, whether it is you're doing a mural or you're doing graffiti art or you're making a YouTube video. Art is everywhere. Art is everywhere, and it is in every corner of the things that we do with our lives. And I can't wait to see what we make next. I was going to end this video with me and Grim pour painting outside, but it has been raining literally since I left for Meg's. And that's kind of a messy outdoor activity, so I guess we'll save the pour painting demo for another day. So I guess that's where we'll end this week's vlog. Thank you guys so much for watching. I've been LegoMyGregO. You stay out of trouble. I'll see you guys next week. I'm so tired. I just need bed. I just need bedtime.